So, my name is Osa, welcome to the stream. I'm probably going to have to cut out the last 23 minutes from what I pushed to YouTube. I turned on my microphone, but for some reason it didn't register. So I've been talking away and nobody's heard anything I've said. She's awesome. She's awesome. Yeah, okay, that's working. I don't understand that. Seems to have turned off when I tabbed into Farm Sim from starting up the Streamlabs. Because I checked the sound levels on Streamlabs before I started the stream. So that's kind of annoying. Anyway. Ugh. Just reverse into the shrubs, because why not? Anyway, for the benefit of YouTube, my name is Osa. Welcome to Saturday, May 1st episode. We are playing Farm Sim 19 on Oakfield Farm and making money by doing some fertilizing contracts. That's a bit weird. Oh, that's a bit weird because possibly they didn't come out of the island straight. Oh well. Do as much as we can. We're down a tank now. So yeah, we will have to go back to the store and get some more fertilizer, and then we've got the field opposite that also needs to be fertilized, which should take less than this one. So not a big deal there. Could buy a refillable IBC, fertilizer IBC, and ship that up to the farm. Then we'll have somewhere to unload all of this when we're done. If we have any. But, I'm thinking having some refillable IBCs would be kind of useful. Looks like I trailed off to the left for some reason. Oh, because of the slope of the field. See if I can turn around and not hit anything. And that worked. Start a tiny bit away from the edge there. Okay, let's get going. Check progress again. We are 66% done. Of course, no idea, because we're only working on one fertilizer tank now, so I don't have the percentage of the entire setup shown. But we should end up 10% short on the field, I would guess, when the tanks run dry. probably start the YouTube extract just before I realised the mic was off. I was prompted the mic was off. So that'll be a thing. Really want to shuffle over to keep this as an efficient application, because we still have field to the left of us on subsequent rows. Okay. Swing that in now, and that should get most of it. Back to here. Should keep this line a little bit straighter though, so we don't have to keep adjusting as we're driving up and down the fields. Somewhat at least. Got 2, maybe 3 widths of the sprayer boom left on this side. And then we've got a whole part of the field up at the top there. Because the field itself doesn't run precisely north-south. It's a little bit offset. Probably somewhere in the 20 to 30 degree mark. So there is a triangle on the other side that we haven't done. And this rapidly shrinking lengths on this side. Oh, excuse me. Next row. No, I think my judgment was bad. It's just 2. Don't think there's enough room for another. Application after this row. Or after the next row. Anyway. Contract economy on this map is definitely favourable, to say the least. I think I pretty much started this year with about 50,000. And these 2 contracts are gonna put us up to probably around 335. And we are done. Okay, fold that up. 85%, so we're 15% short. That's the road. Okay. follow that back down to the store. Whoa, hello. Let's try driving while we look out the side window. Yeah, that's always going to end up well. This is not one of my faster tractors, but it's definitely better than the Fiat. I believe does about 15 miles to the hour. Down at Oak Glen. One of the guys I went to school with comes from Cheltenham. I think I went there once. Not when I knew him, but I don't even recall why, I just recall, I think I've been there. Gloucester I've not been to. Come on, car. No, you don't have to turn signal, you're just staying on the road. Okay, we'll run around the back. And jump out. Stick the pipe back in the hole. And select the front tank. Pump on. About 200 litres. Oh, 65 litres, not even. So this is, oops, not going to fill up the tank. It's easier to shift the tractor than it is to shift the IBC. Once the tractor's connected to the pipe, you can drag the IBC around with it. Kind of like that. Okay. Oh, I left the pump on. Whoops. Pump's been sucking on air. So we'll turn the pump off once we're done. Jump out and disconnect that. that should do it. Now, easily close enough. There. The tank, pump on. Of course, it runs up the engine, so the pump works. So we're using diesel doing that. Turn the pump off. Got room for another 900, which is half an IBC, so let's order one. Fertilizer tank refillable. So the result of that little choice should be, if we managed to empty this tank, which we won't, it will not disappear. Okay. Engine up again. And we are full. Turn the pump off. Why won't you let me pick you up? Okay. Can I do it from this end? Yes. Now I can do it from that end, and now we can plug that end back in the tank. Just in case we need some more. I kind of figure we will. But, there we go. So back to wherever we were again. Oh, bad timing. And that truck is going exactly where we're going. Cheat. Otherwise we'll be doing 14 miles an hour all the way to Oak Glen. There he was. Okay. So we've got 15% of our contract left. And then we can work the one on the other side of the road. Now, I don't think I need any more refillable ABCs. We'll just keep the refillable one at our main farm. And these tanks aren't sufficiently big that they would overfill the IBC. I mean, if I only use 23 litres, then yes, true, but the IBC is 2,000, we're carrying 2,900. So we've got 900 more than the IBC would hold. But if I pick which IBC I select, my this is where we got to. Yeah, if I pick the IBC that I load these tanks with, then I can always empty one and then leave the refillable. Right. Yeah, whatever. Thinking on a Saturday morning doesn't work all the time, so. But I can always leave a non-refillable partially done, partially filled. So not a significantly bad deal. Okay, we have the opposite corner. That hopefully is not quite 90%. But I think the majority of what we haven't done is up here. We don't need the beacons on, so we'll lose those for a while. Pull it around there and back up. Let's go. Alright, so last bit to do, and we get paid lots. I'm still not sure if the clover is going to be ready to mow tomorrow. Actually, I don't think I checked the weather. Or the sheep for that matter. Let's check the sheep. We should getting low on beets. I should probably check the sheep before I go to bed tonight. Anyway, weather. Nice, it's going to rain tomorrow. Oh, pretty much all the day tomorrow. Wednesday is going to be no with a wind speed of 15, so that should be good drying potential on Wednesday. So I guess tomorrow is the last day of late spring. So the last day we're going to have to handle wool pallets. Which we have a massive production of. It's hard to believe how much wool we actually produce. I think I fit 16 pallets on the Johnston trailer. I'm going to skip the rest of that row. And we went twice, so we've already sold 32,000 litres of wool since spring this year. Probably got another 16 in the shed, maybe more. And for some reason, though I bought the sheep on spring day 1, I didn't get any wool that day. The wool production started on day 2. We're actually a day short on wool production. And yet still lots. Okay, how are we doing? 96. Might have to come back a little way before this is done. And we are 19%, nearly 20% of the tank empty. Probably end up with about 78% left to do the other field, I hope. Maybe 75. Oh, contract. See, contract on field finished. That quick. Okay, 21,000. And what are they sowing? Oh, another request to sow grass, although that's not a particularly lucrative contract. 24. Well, it's a field adjacent to mine. That's a field I'm probably going to buy sometime. Soonish. Anyway, 28. Fertilize. Accept the contract. And where do I want to go? Let's try and drive off the field. Try and avoid crushing his crops, because that's always bad. So yeah, today, 2 o'clock I've got to go and get rear tyres for the car. I went in and ordered them beginning of the week, because they said I had to. I miscanthus, I think. Not a standard one. So I went in and ordered it, and they said, oh, we've already got them in stock. So, oh, okay then. Well, I can't do it now, I'll come back Saturday. So that's happening later today. And then after that, there's going to be a lot of grass cutting. Because we don't have sheep that would eat our grass. Did have a colleague that had sheep. And they're very good at keeping the grass short.
Oh, it's cheese stick.
Okay. Okay, there's that. There is turn it on and okay. Off we go. So we're already up 313,000. And I think though we started this with about, I want to say about 46,000. I have spent a lot of money on consumables, so seeds and fertilizers. Which is what I needed the 46 for anyway. But I'm pretty sure I also bought some other things that I didn't think I needed at the time, but then figured, yeah, I should have that. So